to start real quick. Yes. Am I ready to go? No. Are we going to be ready to go in a second? Maybe. I don't know yet. I know we're live. And I'm not looking at anything. I'm going to black out for a second. I'm going to come back. No problem. No one saw a thing. Where is it? Here. I don't have any music. It's like I've never done this before. Hot dang. Microphone pointed at me, so I've just been mumbling in the air. No one's heard my complaints. Oh. Wait. Hold on. No. Thank you. Get rid of this. Complications from doing this, folks. You never know. I'm wearing pants. It's not allowed here. Actually, I'm wearing jeans. It doesn't count. There are no pants except fancy pants around here. Those are the rules. I didn't make them up. So the first thing I have to say is happy birthday, Mama KillCo. So here we go. Everyone ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mama KillCo. Happy birthday to you. Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Mental Musings. Very special Wednesday stream this week. Mama KillCo has a birthday. Older and wiser. If only we could all be that way. I just get older and more confused. I'm glad you're here to hear it. I wasn't sure. Also, Zedboot, I saw you pop in. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here as always. It is greatly appreciated. Mama KillCo gets one of these. There you go. I don't use that one very often. I use that way when I'm talking to other people on live streams that are just face cam stuff. I don't even, what do they call it now? It used to be they'd call it, there's face cam, there's, what was the really popular one, which now I cannot remember. That shows how often I've used it. Zoom? Zoom. There's Facecam, there's Zoom. There was one that was around for a while and no one used it. So they kind of missed the boat. I forget which one that is too. I used to have that on my computer. I have no idea anymore. I just use this OBS thing and talk to all of you. I like it this way. I have made a mocktail and I realized when I purchased one of the ingredients that Mama KillCo would not like this cocktail because it is made with Code Red Mountain Dew. And let's just say me and Mountain Dew have a history. And it's not a good one. My teeth have been worked on significantly because of my early days of caffeine addiction and Mountain Dew. That was one. I didn't eat Doritos though. And if I did, it was the Cool Ranch ones, not the orange ones. No orange fingers for me. But here we go. It's red. Not bad. It's actually not as sweet. I think the Sugar Kitty, look out. Is that the wrong one? Yes, it was. Welcome. Thank you for bringing time and attention here, as always. It is greatly appreciated. And meow. Oh. I just got back a little while ago from having lunch dinner with Mama KillCo. It was delightful. I'll post about it later. There was creme brulee. The bastards. And if anyone's wondering about what I used in said mocktail, it is, of course, Lyre's Traditional Reserve. Good stuff. I still think I have to do a comparison with the other one, the malt beverage, I believe it was called. Which is silly because it's trying to imitate bourbon, which doesn't make sense, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just marketing, and they're kind of, it's a new thing. Everyone's a little stumbly about it. But it's good. That's the important thing. I like it. It's almost strange to drink this soda mocktail thing when it doesn't taste as sweet. Thank you all for being here again. To wish Mama KillCo a happy birthday. She's been dashing to and from Boston these days. It's good that she is now at the house, at home, with the cat. Ma, is the cat there? I assume the cat's there. It's a very needy animal to begin with. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Was it Philly? I always forget the name. Named after the place it was found, I believe. Strange that Sugar Kitty is also in that vicinity. Are they in Philly? Hold on. I don't remember the story about the cat. I feel like they found it in New Jersey, but I don't know why. They dashed at their car and they found it and they saved it. While they were traveling the country, I might add. Philly, it is Philly, okay. Other end of the state. Okay, good, good. Yeah. I'm glad I had that thing in my head correctly. I was thinking Philly, and I'm like, Philadelphia? Is that right? I don't know. My mind. I'm Googling something because I need to make sure it's true. Yeah, it's Pennsylvania. I never know what to do on Wednesdays. Oh, yes, of course. What are you drinking? What's in your glass? Tell me. I need to know. I've told you mine. It is a nice little mocktail I made up for myself. North Philadelphia suburbs. Whoa. I'm trying to remember where we were from. Oh, KillCo, let's go down the KillCo family tree. Is that what that is now? I'm trying to... This is like stuff I don't remember and don't know at the same time. Mom is from Connecticut, right? Mama KillCo's from Connecticut, or lived in Connecticut when she was younger. Grigaliki 13 very nice. There's dinner coming back at me. Oof. If anyone's wondering, it was a... it's called the Portsmouth Barbecue Burger, and it is barbecue sauce, bacon, cheese on a burger with some onions. Red onions. It is delightful. I don't know if my body is really a fan of red onions, though. I think those are fine. It's the white ones. They have to... I've had raw onions before, and it didn't sit well with me. Just my stomach was like, what is this fibrous garbage? Get this out. I don't like it. Ugh. But if I'm remembering the KillCo family tree, at least on Mama KillCo's side, it is from Connecticut, and I don't know much else about that. I'm trying to think back, where else? Did they move? Did they live somewhere else? They did. I know they did. I just don't remember where. Because my memory is garbage. And we don't exactly go down the family tree very often. Really? Will you please? Will you please? There we go. Oh. Is it better than the grass one you got last time? Sold for Rob's quite literally. Yeah. Yeah, I can handle red onions on a burger. They have to be cooked. I think one time I just used raw onions for something and it was not pleasant. I did not like it. My stomach didn't like it. I was fine. It was just like, ugh. Trying to digest that was interesting because I have GERD. I forget what it stands for. Gastric bread and something. Basically, if I eat certain things, my stomach gets a little angry. Much better than grass clippings. Oh, good. We don't need any more glass clippings beer, non-alcoholic beer. I had a just the haze Sam Adams IPA thing earlier today with lunch dinner. That was nice. Yes. That's the same thing I would do. I had that not long ago at, what the hell's the name of the place? It was the New York something hot dogs. I feel like there are more in the New England area, but I can't remember. It's a mystery. Now I have to look. This is someplace I can go every month. I just don't, because when I went the first time, I was like, oh, this is good. This is just fast food hot dogs, though. Like, old school fast food hot dogs. They had little caps on and everything. It was awesome. I would go there for the experience more than the actual hot dogs. But the hot dogs were pretty good. I had two, and I annihilated them immediately. It was very nice. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. Yes, that. Which I see why they say GERD, because that's a lot to say in one mouthful there. Let me see. I'm trying to find this place. Looking around my own area, I'm finding stuff. I'm like, Gastropub. Sorry. Cork and Rye Gastropub. I'm like, oh, surprise. Olneyville, New York system. Hot dogs. That's what it was. Next time I go there, I should probably take pictures of the place, because it's so, like, you've gone back to the freaking 50s or something. It's wild. Yeah, that's what I thought. I kept saying I have acid reflux, and then I looked up something. I don't know how I found out again that I have GERD, but it happened not long ago. I don't remember how. It was probably after I got my little liver issue. I might have asked at the appointment. It's like, so this thing I have here, what is it called again? What's this about? Happens with coffee, any kind of orange juice, citrus orange juice, specifically, well, citrus stuff, oranges included, and vinegar can set it off, and tomato sauce can set it off. What else? Anything that's overly acidic, typically. Coffee. I drink coffee anyway. Yeah, Harper, the non-technical term thing. It's always one of those things where I wonder, like, in the past, when people were like, ow, something hurts right here, and they ignored it. You know, the heart is in this general vicinity, but it feels obviously like a fucking stomach thing. It's not pleasant. But today, my stomach is pleased because it's full of food. A lovely burger and fries. And then we had creme brulee afterwards. And that was my fault. I wasn't going to order dessert. But they came over, they're like, you're going to have dessert. And I said, well, Mama KillCo, I didn't say that. My mother shouldn't eat anything with milk in it, really. And that kind of annihilates everything on the dessert menu. But then she thought, she was like saying out loud what the desserts were. And I heard creme brulee, and I went, well, now you've done it. Now I have to get that. And it was delightful. The creme brulee choice. It's very easy to mess up creme brulee because too many places don't take the attention and the effort for the top crispy bit. You need to do that just right so it warms up the underside enough. Otherwise, it's just cold, and you're like, And it leaves the right amount of crunch. Like, there has to be a little bit of a layer. You know, you tap it, and it gotta make a noise. It's gotta, you gotta hear it, you gotta feel it, you gotta eat it, and it's crunchy. If you do it wrong, I've had it happen. I've had disappointing creme brulee. It's true. It can happen to you. But tonight, so good. I will keep that in mind next time we go there. Although we do not go there often, it's expensive. And we were having a lovely time until other people started to shuffle in. And there was like children and parents who for some reason, didn't teach their children not to scream in the restaurant. I looked over at them numerous times. I'm like, please control your children. What are you doing? They're literally screaming in the restaurant. And they didn't do anything. They're like, no, don't do that. It's like, do more than that. Because they're still screaming. And not like out of control, just like excited, high-pitched, break glass, sort of excitable stuff. So that was only about 75% of the way through. So after that, it was just dessert, and then we got out of there. All in all, a lovely time. The place is nice. But good God. Update on car stuff. travel stuff. I may be doing a test stream when I finally go out and sleep in the car. So just be mentally prepared for a possible vertical stream where I'm just like, hey everyone, I'm in a car. In my bed, in the car, in someplace. No one knows I'm here. That's the hope anyway. I can already see my first little adventure into just sleeping in the car for one night. You know, the cops find me. Like, what are you doing here? It's like, sleeping. Why? I pulled off on this road where no one is. It's a dead end. Leave me alone. John McKelvin, hello. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here, as always. It is greatly appreciated. Almost all creme brulee I've had has not been all that good. Either just underdone and falls down and melts, or it's concrete. Yeah. It's a fine art. People don't realize how difficult it is to get it just right. But when they do, oh, it's a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. And what's really nice is that creme brulee makes me think of bourbon now. It used to be I just like creme brulee. Now it's like, bourbon. There are bourbons out there that taste like creme brulee. I'd like one of those now. Where can I find some? And with that, also, before I forget that part, it has been 252 days that I have been sober. Let me double check that. I forgot completely to do anything about 250 days because I don't bother. I'm not really paying attention to it. Once you get to a certain amount of days, it's just another day. I don't think about it like that. I have it in here just because people will ask me, like, how many days have you been sober? I'm like, that puts it in a different light, doesn't it? Oh, I'm going to show you the picture that Mama KillCo sent me. She's got some cake, a nice view from the house. Focus, damn you. Focus. Do it. Why are you being... Oh, there we go. Happy birthday. Some cards. And you can't see it, but that's the front yard there in the background. I'm jealous, honestly. I did think about going to get a slice of cake afterwards, but considering I just had a big old thing of creme brulee, and it was a brick of creme brulee. It was like this big and that deep. It was ridiculous. I loved it. I ate all of it. Sorry, music's getting me. So here's the update on the travel stuff. One, again, I just told you the stream might be from the car just as a test run to see if it works. I did do a live stream as something to try out when I went to the rally, Stand Up for Science. Cripes. Also, soda has bubbles in it. Awesome. And caffeine. Woo. So the Stand Up for Science live stream I did as a vertical. I was outside. There's no Wi-Fi or anything. I used my... That's not a gesture I should make on the internet. I used my... stand? What is it actually called? Tripod stand. There we go. To bring you around and show you everything, and it worked. Gimbal. It wasn't a gimbal. It was just a tripod. The gimbal would have been better. The gimbal would not have been all wobbly like it was. But for the most part, I just kept it in the ground or was holding it like this and trying to stay relatively balanced. But that was a little test run on trying to stream in the wild where there is a signal. I hope to keep it that way. Doing a live stream, just using that, but I may have to turn into a hotspot. I am concerned that I will have to get punished by the phone place for using a hotspot. I don't know what the rules are or the prices, so I'm afraid for that. But that'll be something that should just happen. It won't be like I'm going to tell you when it's going to happen. It'll just happen. So if you're online or if you're watching or if you got the notifications and all that, like and subscribe also. That'll be the way you'll find out. It won't be something I just announce. I might. But again, trying to do something of that nature is a bit strange. Vertical live streams, I don't feel like I post as like, I'm going to do this later. I have. But in total, it's more of a pop-up, I'm doing this right now thing for me. So there's that. To test out the car. Test out being out there in the wild. Yeah, free data, but hotspots is extra. I burned through that once quicker than expected. Exactly. That I'll likely use only for if I'm at my laptop. Like if I'm in the car using my laptop, or out of my car using a laptop, there is the option of a foldable table that I have. And if I could get that folding chair, which I haven't purchased yet because we're not there yet, I could just sit there and talk to you guys in the middle of nowhere, hopefully. But there are a lot of other things I need to get at some point. Again, the wish list is probably below this video for the travel supplies. I just made the investment for the car, or not for the car battery, for a battery, a solar powered battery, or a battery that can be powered by solar. Because that is the biggest concern I have, is losing the connection that I need because I don't have power or anything. And also, in the age we live in and the age I live in and the norms I have, this is always strange to say, like my watch needs to be charged on a regular basis. It's at, actually its charge is fine right now, it's at 84%. But this thing lasts maybe 24-ish hours. So if I'm going to go travel for 3 days, it will need to be charged at some point. And while using the car battery does work, I have a little plug for it and everything. For my laptop, that'll be a different story. I cannot charge that with my car battery. So it'll be nice to have a full-on thing that I can use to power devices, especially in the future, because there is also the possibility of getting a small mini fridge for the longest journey. Like the end goal, again, to fight off my depression, to see the country, to see my friend. All that is going to be likely at the end of August. And there's also, again, a caveat, an asterisk, that it might not happen that way because the world is on fire. So if she's out there in Oregon and everything's on fire and she has to bail out, well, I can't really go visit her. But we'll see. It's all very up in the air because that's how traveling with me works. I have a general idea of when I'm going to go somewhere and what I'm going to do. I spent some of the day just putzing around on my computer, looking at Google Maps, looking at different websites that help to narrow down what you can find where. It tells you little places that are off the road and off the side, so you can pull over and sleep if you need to. And it shows places where you can find water. It shows places you can find bathrooms and showers, which again, that's going to be one of my biggest fears. Like going to a shower in a place that is not somewhere I would ever be before is terrifying. Granted, I've seen what they are. I've done the research. I've looked. It is a regular sized room with a lock. So you just go in there, take a quick shower, and leave. No problem. You pay, I don't know how much you pay for it, but not too crazy amount. There's also the choice to stay at a campsite somewhere for this, but I think I don't really need that. I think I'm more interested in finding the off the path type situations, boondocking as it's called, where I can just park somewhere for one night, get up and drive off. The catch is it has to be a bathroom somewhere. That's the hard part. You don't want to wake up and be like, I have to use the restroom, and there's not one around. Granted, as a man, if I'm in the woods somewhere, well, at least for that concern, it's no issue, but other things happen in the wilds. And there are some situations that you definitely need a restroom, as we all know. We've all been trying to find that gas station or that place that has a bathroom in emergencies. For the most part, though, you know, as a standard, I'm going to go. We're good. The battery should arrive by Saturday. The other thing I ordered was what? Oh, I needed something to prevent any sneakiness for the windows. There are things called rain guards, which I was unaware of. And you put them on the outside of your car, right over the window. It keeps rain from getting in by just like having something like that. Like, here's your window, here's this thing. No rain can get in there. The reason for that, of course, is during my stays out in the wild, I will have the windows open just a bit. Just like that. And what you don't want is someone without one who can just stick their fingers in and do weird stuff, like try to push it down. And in this case, that'd be harder to do. Granted, either way, I like to think I would notice and hear something. My anxiety will be up high, being out by myself in the middle of nowhere, sleeping in a car. The scary part is, of course, having all the windows blacked out. So if there's something out there, I don't know what it is. But my keys will be easily at hand. I will make sure I can get into the front seat of the car quickly if I need to. It'll be very unpleasant, but I'll be able to do it. And of course, there's the alarm on the car. That is the first thing I would do if I heard something poking around or scraping around or voices near my car. The alarm would go off, which usually would push anyone away from it. My SUV has those. They're underrated even for simple stuff like getting your gas filled in the rain. Yeah. I'm in New Jersey. We're not allowed to pump gas ourselves. You're not? What? Why? Why? That's a very odd thing for me to hear. Not allowed to pump gas ourselves. Do they have complicated gas pumps? Can of bear spray is an option. It's not bear spray, though. I do have some kind of spray that I can use. It's like a spray gel of some sort. But I looked up information about bear spray. So I haven't put bear spray on there because I hope to not have that kind of problem. But I did look up. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get bear spray. It'd be better for bears and people. But I found out bear spray could be very, very, very damaging to a person. And while I would like to say anyone who's trying to get near me and do something bad, you're going to get it. But unfortunately, I'm a sap. And if I do that to someone, even if they're doing something bad, I don't want to blind them for life or scar their lungs and their nose and just make it so they can't even breathe. I don't want to do that to someone else. So I have the option for the little spray can stuff. And there was a bear spray I was looking at. I can actually go, there's a channel I've been looking at. If you're interested in looking at him, he looks like Santa Claus. I think it's Cheap RV Living on YouTube. You can look at his stuff. He's very keen on selling things. He's got an Amazon thing, so I've been following that and looking into it. I'm just kind of rolling with it. He seems pretty, again, he looks like Santa Claus. I don't know what to tell you. He has these openings, what does he say exactly? Welcome to my next video. He always pauses like that. It's hilarious. There's a whole list. Let me get it. I think it's down below. I want to double check because that'll be the easiest thing for me to do. Beep, beep. Yeah. There's a travel supplies thing down below. I'm not going to pin it or anything, but I'll put it in chat just for you guys. Simplify things for you if you want to look. No one has to buy anything. That is just the plan. Everything on there is for the long term. The investment in the battery was a big thing. I'm going to be paying that off for about a year because it costs $350, which I don't have. And so credit cards work, but I also made the choice of like, I'll pay this off over time. I'm not just going to slam this on the card. If I do it in manageable chunks, I should be able to manage. But I think many of you who live in America know that money is going to be a little weird for a while. I am keenly aware of that. And getting any of these supplies would be amazing. But those are two big ones I felt were necessary. Like everything else is more later on. I haven't even purchased a little stove thing that's on there, or pots or pans or any of that. Those are all on there as far as like what I would want to get. But as far as, why am I doing this to myself? A necessity, like a need to have. Not yet. There we go, I can see what I'm doing now. But why? That's my big question. It's like, if every place else can pump your own gas, why can't you do that in those two places? What is the point? Is there, like, people trying to pay, like, do people, is it that bad? Pump and dump, that kind of thing? They pump up their car and just leave? That's the only reason I can think of. Or they're like, no one else can pump because you keep stealing. As far as where I'm going to go in Maine, that's still up in the air too. As I said, there's been websites I've been looking at that seem to give me options. I decided that the best thing I could do for the trip is, one, I'm mostly just going to Portland, but I also want to skirt, like, I need to stop saying like, I want to skirt the coast, because they have this place in California where there's just giant road along the whole coast. I do not think they have that sort of thing in Maine. I didn't really look that hard. I just realized I wanted to be near the coast, and there are all these little islands, which, silly me thinking Rhode Island is the only one that has an island, or 3 or 4, or how many they are. Look at Maine, it's just like a whole bunch of islands. And I hope to visit some of them. There is the thought about camping at actual campsites, but that costs money and planning and things I don't have right now. So I'm not too worried about it. I will be living off of, I'm really not sure, actually. I'm probably going to have to invest in some breakfast bars or protein bars. Something to get nutrients in my body without having to do much, since I won't have any stove. Peanut butter and jelly are awesome. I just need to buy more bread. Yeah, for long-term stuff, that's where I'm looking at the groceries I normally buy as something simple. There's no microwave out there in car travel. There's a pot and a stove thing with fire and water. And you make pasta, you make oatmeal, you make everything in that. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Sorry. My window that is showing me the chat is not going up. So I'll look over here and see that people are talking, and then look back over here and have to scroll down. I already have one in mind, Ma. It's on the web. It's on the thing. I don't remember how much it is, but I have a specific one that I want to get. So if you can take a picture and show it to me, sure. But I assume I will not use it. One way or the other, we pay no more for gas, so we get the service. All right. Tent is way too big. You know why I picked it? I want to be able to stand up. That's the only reason I picked that big thing. And I thought about, if I was camping, I'd want a fair amount of stuff in there. Not a whole lot. Most of it would stay in the car. But that's actually long term. That's when I visit my friend. I'm not going to want to sleep in the car the whole time. It'll be great to travel there with sleeping in the car. But when I get there, it'd be nice to sleep in a tent on the ground that is flat. Ton of really nice towns along the Maine coastline. There's particular trails to follow. Yeah. Protein groups can help. Sam Club has about 18 of them for 28. I don't have a Sam's Club card. I don't even know if there are any around here. There might be, but BJ's is popular around here. And I do have my own protein drinks. But I don't have a freezer or a refrigerator. Mama KillCo and I were talking about that. She has a styrofoam thing that I can put ice packs in, and that could work. But really, I don't like drinking protein drinks. I drink them only after I exercise, and the ones I have are 42 grams of protein. Because my thought process is, well, I'm going to drink a protein drink. It better be a freaking protein drink. I need all the protein for my muscles. Big, strong boy, he smashed things. I don't know why it turned into that, but okay. I don't know what accent that was either. Pads to sleep on besides the sleeping bag. That's not a problem. I already purchased a rollout mattress that is going to be used for the car. So that's set. It's not ideal. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not the ground. And I have a number of other things that can be used for coverage. I have I want to say lamb's wool. I'm not sure what it is. It's waterproof. So it's that kind of material. And it's, I don't want to say plastic. No refrigerator needed for some. Oh, that's good. I don't know if I'd like to drink it warm either. There is a plastic layer of some sort on the bottom. So almost tarp-like in that regard. And then on the other side, it's all this lamb's wool stuff that's waterproof. And I'd be using that in the tent. I'd put that down and just have nice softness and comfort and a way to be at least a little bit off the ground. Was that 8? I thought it was 4. If it's 8, that's the wrong one. White noise machine, birds, crickets, country noises. Can be an issue? No. Not an issue. I sleep like a stone, as they say. Well, I said this a little while ago on one of the streams. It's like if there's a thunderstorm at night, sometimes I don't hear it. People will talk about the crazy thunderstorm, and I'll be like, what? I don't remember. I didn't hear that. I was asleep. I'm like my mother for sleep. You just kind of out. Mama KillCo has plenty of stories about sleeping. And my dad, unfortunately, just has problems sleeping. I imagine he's having a hell of a time sleeping where he's at right now. Let me go look. That's probably it. Oop. I almost went away from the thing. I don't want to do that. Go. We're looking at the other screen, by the way. Ooh, flashbang. Why? Oh, it is 8. I thought it was less. Well, I think I picked it for the look. I just like the way it looked. Yeah, I was looking for 4. That is a big can. That would take more than easy 5 minutes to set up with 2 people. All right. Let me find the cheap RB living guy again. I feel like that's the one he pointed out, but maybe not. Maybe not. No fragrant baby wipes for quick car cleanup. Can help if no shower. Yes, those are on the list too. I think I just moved away from it. Why am I like this? I've got to see my own list. There's the spray. I also have a thing for a taser. Like if you get that close to me, I will tase you. I will tase anyone if they get even a little close to me. Like if you're within arm's reach, you're in danger for me. You're already in danger. I don't want people that close. Where is it? Ultra thick body wipes for adults with aloe. Disposable cloth, wet cleanser, no rinse, bathing washcloths, waterless shower, blah, 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 blah. Hey, bath wipes too? Good God. Well, I know why you have those, Mom. That's 3 people to set up. Okay. Let me find the RB living guy. I need to put... I turn on my... I turn off my darkening thing. And then I start looking for stuff on here and I get blinded and just... And then it looks really bad. There he is. It is cheap RV living. Amazon. Here's an Amazon link. Ugh. This is why. I'm looking at Amazon and I'm seeing pictures of him and they're all blacked out. So it looks terrifying. And the reason I turn it off is because I'm watching... I'm looking at the map. And when Mama KillCo and Dad's face are on it and all blacked out and scary looking, I don't like it. I do not like. There we go, ideas list. This is what I've been doing a lot of, is just looking at the map or looking at Amazon and going, ugh. And remember to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's how I read that in my head. So if you ever see that, that's how it sounds. Just if you're curious. Now you know. Tents for nomads. Yeah, I have a feeling this guy was keen on much larger tents by the look of it. Oh yeah, some of those are huge. What is this one? Family tent. Oh no. $729.99. No. Why is that on here? Who pays for that? So here's the caveat. If I get a tent, when I get a tent, what I want to have is the ability to see the stars. So it needs some kind of clear section at the top so I can just look up at night and really feel one with nature. But figuring out what that's going to be is, well, cheap RV living man, well, he lives in an RV, so his tents are probably for a lot of other stuff, like long-term stuff. These are very, very large and very, very expensive. 6 to 8 person, okay. I'll have to do a little YouTubing for that, find actual tents. Let me remove that from there. The last thing I want is people buying that kind of thing. Oh, only $127.98. Well, I'd say that's a good deal for an 8-person tent. Yeah. I want one where I have plenty of space, able to see up the stars, quiet. What am I saying? Quiet. Tents aren't quiet. I did some camping when I was younger. Like, I was a Boy Scout for a minute. Not a good one, but I was one. I'm trying to find a tent that has all these things. You know, I can stand up in it. I don't particularly like crawling around. And seeing the stars. It's a tough sell. Oh, yeah. You see one, you have to see what it looks like. I have to set it up first. That's my big concern. It's like I go out all the way to the other side of the country, pull out this thing, and it's like, how do you set this up? Oh my God. Yeah, I'll have to do more research for tents. I just kind of picked the one the guy recommended. Or someone recommended. It's probably another video. I don't even know how I found it. Exceptionally thin. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that from being a Boy Scout. We had some pretty damn cheap tents that were easy to set up. I remember having to set up a tent in the snow. We had to dig a spot and then set up the tent in the snow. It was awful. Actually, it was kind of fun, but looking back, it was not pleasant at the time. What are other things? There's a carbon monoxide thing. I don't really feel it's a necessity, but also probably should be. I already bought the blackout curtains except for the back. I still have to figure that out. I feel like I'm just going to stuff a bunch of stuff at the back window. With the ones I have, the light coming in was almost negligible. Yeah, a lot of prep to this. A lot of like getting ready, getting stuff. The stuff part sucks. I'm like, oh God, I can't pay for things here. Now I got to buy all this other crap. Invest in it. It's an investment. I keep telling myself that. It's for the channel. It's an investment. Which it is. It's just insane. I think the biggest fear I have is that I haven't done it yet. And even with all this prep and all these items, if I had everything I needed, I feel like I still wouldn't be ready. Like going out into the world by myself, being completely alone in a strange place, it's a lot. I'm sure I'll be fine because when I travel, it's fine. But when I travel, I'm always staying in a hotel. But I am driving around a lot. Cabin tent could work. Cabin tent. Oh, I never use a stove inside. That's absolutely something I use outside only. The battery jump start is something you should have camping or not. Have something like that, and it's good for a dozen things. Yeah, so I think it can be used for charging your cell phone and stuff like that too. But the big battery I have is going to be insane. And the big selling, of course, to me was that I can charge it with the sun. The thought process of having unlimited energy. It's like the one thing mankind wants is unlimited energy. And for me, at least, while traveling, it'll be solar power. I can absolutely charge it with the car, by the way. But as far as the other option, it's like, why not? I don't have to plug it in. Might as well just charge it with sunlight. That's crazy. Technology. And it was already recommended by a friend of mine. The one who actually lives by herself out in the wild in an RV. She mentioned the kind of battery I should get. And it was honestly the same. I'd already looked into that one. That's what I was looking at beforehand. So that's all set. But as far as tents, which again, long term, end of August, roughly, is the plan. For right now, hammer or axe, both. I have a couple of things. I have a shovel thing. I have a little handheld shovel thing, a regular tiny shovel thing on there. And an axe might be a good idea, but I think the shovel has an option to put something like that on there. It's just a pick, actually. A pick, like a pointy part. Yes. Again, like the thought process of having a mini fridge of some sort would be great. You know, that's a huge, anything that's a huge convenience that is taken for granted, like refrigerating your food, freezing your food. It has a freezer part. It's wild that we have that tech now. It's crazy. I love it. I'm trying to see what the thing is. I would just go over the list with all of you. You can like, you're helping me right now, by the way. Pointing out the tent issue was very helpful, Sugar Kitty. I went, what? 8 people? That's not right. I have a harmonica on there. You need a harmonica when traveling. I didn't make the rules. Just how it is. There's a mini blender on there because I realized I drink smoothies all the time. And I need to have that. I need the fiber. I need the protein that goes with it. Oh, no, it doesn't have... Wait, what is that? I do realize other things. Like if in certain situations, if I were really camping, having a saw would probably be a good idea. Having an axe might be a good idea. But this is all like hardcore stuff for camping. And I'm not looking to camp. I don't plan to start any fires, just the one with the little burner stove. There may always be something, just go. Have spare belt for car motors and fuses. Well, that's a good idea. I'm not worried about the car though. Like it's still relatively fine. Less than 30,000 miles on it. The whole point of it is that has that little on it. The car runs like a dream. It has better mileage on the highway. The problem is it's just kind of small. So trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything is interesting. Oh yeah. Sugar Kid. For the whole long trip, I'm going to be doing this kind of thing and like promoting financial assistance because I will, without a doubt, need to stop a number of times to stay in a hotel. 1, to get some sleep. 2, to recharge everything. 3, to keep a little bit of sanity along the way and showering and all that. That'd be nice. Not having to use wipes to clean up. That'd be cool. But that costs money and it's not cheap. So I'm keenly aware of that fact. I don't want to stay in hotels with cockroaches, but I'd like to find hotels that aren't that expensive. And my brother works for AAA now, so I might have an inn, but I'm pretty sure he has to actually be there for some of those. So maybe not. 4 full summers in a row, never had an axe. Yeah. Yeah, an axe feels pretty intense. That's also a safety precaution. Someone comes up, I'm holding an axe. How can I help you? I recommend you stay over there. Stay with that out of arm's reach is what I'm telling you. I have a first aid kit in the car. It's a tiny one. So it's like cuts and scratches and maybe a few other things. You know, that kind of thing. So I do have that. I was going to say I have a first aid kit in the apartment, but I don't. I have just a lot of everything I need. Bandages, salves, what are they called? What's the stuff for burns? It's that greasy crap. There's some of that. I do not have any of that, the brown bottle, because I hear that's not actually good for cuts. It does something, yes, but it also doesn't do good things. I got a little fan on there. I got a little knife with a little flint thing on it. The knife is technically just for cutting up stuff for food. Ah! KillCo sending me a message. Look out. Again, if you hear that noise, someone sent me a message. And I have that on my computer because I don't like doing everything with my phone. Good God, Mother. Where did you find that? Have you opened it yet? Because I'm concerned about what might be in there. It's a butane stove. Oh, that's the problem. You tell me what shape it is in, Mob, because the one I'm going to get is propane and butane, which I feel like it's important to have both. I'd likely want to use propane. I don't have any burn cream. I just have Vaseline? What's it called? It's just that weird clear stuff. You usually put it on a wound after you clean it to keep it from getting anything else in it. I got a little headlamp thing so I can put that on my head if I need to, for walking around at night. Little fire extinguisher, big water bottle, fridge. The RV guy said something about having a giant umbrella, so I have one of those. Petroleum. There we go. It's made of oil, as I understand it. I'll look up camping saw. That's not how you spell camping, Brian. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Is that a machete? I can get a machete on Amazon. Didn't know that. It looks like there are some unfoldable ones, but anything that folds, I feel sketchy about. Like if you unfold something and you're using it to really dig into something, that has to be a solid bolt. Because eventually, if you're doing something like that and it just breaks, what are you going to do? Buy another one? But then thinking a regular saw wouldn't be great either. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's sensible or not. Oh, that one's a tiny little chainsaw. What the crap is all this stuff? Good God. That one looks like a weapon. So, it's $15. It's got perforations on both sides of it. And it's like this big, and it goes up like that. But the handle folds over it, so that it covers the blade part. So you unfold it, and then you hold it, and then you saw into stuff. Cripes. I'm not really worried about sawing. There's also an item here that's an axe and a hammer, and something else. There's a lot of weird stuff you find out when you start looking at a whole other side of things you can do in life. See the triangular ones? Get that. Much better than the one that just folds it too. I know. That's the one I used as a kid. Well, when I was in Boy Scouts, you'd use the thing. Anything foldable was really questionable in my head. One, I'm not very trusting of anything like that, but I'm just getting a mini chainsaw. Yeah. All right, well, I'm not too worried about that anyway. Kathy Huey, no. You arrive precisely when you mean to. It's fine. Also, welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. We're talking about the list. We found out that I had a tent on there that was very large. And much too large. Bow saw. Let's say bow saw. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd work. I'd have to put those blades somewhere. That wouldn't be hard to do. I'm sure there's actually something you can put them in. But I used those a lot when I was young. When I was in Boy Scouts, that was a common thing to use. And boy, are they sharp. Oh, Kathy Huey says happy birthday. Thank you. From Mama KillCo. She's still in the chat somewhere. But we're rolling down the stream now. Coming to a close. It's been a good run. I like talking about all this. I appreciate any feedback, any advice. It will be needed. I don't know what I'm doing. Kathy Huey's cooking up a storm. I say that, but I have no idea what she's doing. Thank you for whatever you're going to send me. There are ones that fold out to a bow saw, but has a sheath for it. That'd be good. Music's nice tonight. Any advice is appreciated. And I say this knowing all of you are already subscribed and but like and subscribe. Become a member of the channel. Become a patron on Patreon. Link is down below. Thank you for support. Any support is greatly appreciated. You have no idea. You have no idea. Oh, and sadly, I'll talk about this again on Friday, but the last class of my fitness center is on Saturday. I'm going to be a little sad on Sunday, or sorry, Friday. Where am I? Because of that. But it's been a good run. 307 classes total that I took there, with the final class being the 307th. We're at 306 right now. But that is also part of the reason I'm able to do this jump into the world is because I have no real obligations where I need to be somewhere. I talked to my nutritionist on Tuesday, virtually, and I talked to my therapist on Thursday, virtually. So no big issue with that. I've just talked to them on my phone or on my laptop, hopefully, if I can get the whole laptop thing to work. And as I said, the battery should show up on Saturday, as should the rain guards. With both of those, I'll feel much more content in how I manage my situation. I am finding out, of course, by looking in the future with the weathercast, it's going to be chilly at night. Woo, it's going to be chilly. But I'm okay with that. I've bundled up and worn clothes to bed, put myself in a sleeping bag, or in this case, it'll just be blanket. I have a gravity blanket, so I might bring that, even though it's going to be a pain in the ass. Or a quilt. I have a little quilt thing. Probably needs to be dry cleaned first, though. But oh well. So yes, we're having a good time. If you have any recommendations about any of this on Amazon or whatever, just let me know. Solar blanket? What's that? That something that heats up when you're in it? That sounds fun. Got a little bean in May for ideas. That's a good point. It's a popular place there, I hear. Solar blanket. Curious about that. My eyes, why? Ooh. Having a time of it now. But it'll be fun. Again, stay tuned for the very sudden and surprising live stream I'll do from my phone for when I stay out at night. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, so being subscribed and having the bell help. You don't have to do that, though. Ugh. Oh, yes. They like bourbon. So I'm going to give them a sample pack, a 4-pack, because it's them and their partner like whiskey. So I have to go over the shelf and find out what I want to give them. I have a general idea, though. Yeah, I'll be fine with a sleeping bag. Even that's a luxury. I can bring blankets. And I already have the mattress set up, so we're good there. Oh, and I haven't updated you, but look at this. America the Beautiful. I talked about this a while ago, but I officially have the ability to stay on national park grounds. I got the little thing I need for my car. We're good. Any national or federal national parks and federal recreation land pass. So we're good. I can officially stay on those lands and sleep in a pinch. It will cost money, maybe? I don't think so. I think that gets me in anywhere. But maybe if I have to stay at a campy spot, maybe it'll cost something. I don't know how that works. We'll find out. That'll be very important for when I go cross country, by the way. Again, thank you for being here and wishing Mama KillCo happy birthday. She just sent me just a text. It's probably the butane thing. What happened? And the bathing wipes. We'll see. It's all big, folks. You're going to be here for the ride of me going, and going out into the world, fighting off my depression, seeing new places, meeting new people, or meeting people. The idea is to talk to other Whiskey Tube channels in all likelihood. One of the easy ones will be 4-Leaf. It's not that far. It's far, but it's not that far. And there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Oh, wait. Out there. How could I forget? Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.